Stacy, can I come over after school? We can hang around and buy the pool. Did your mom get back from a business trip? Is she there, or is she trying to give me the slip? And I'm not the little boy that I used to be. I'm all grown up now, baby, can't you see? Hey, Stacy's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacy's mom. Stacy, do you remember when I mowed your lawn? Your mom came out with just a little bit of towel on. I could tell she liked me from the way she stared, and the way she said you missed a spot way over there. And I know that you think it's just a fantasy, but since your dad worked out, your mom could use a guy like me. Hey, Stacy's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacy's mom. Stacy's mom. Yes, I'm in love. Stacy's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacy. Skip it up. Stacy, can't you see? You're just not the girl for me. I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacy's mom.
Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone. Every night in my dreams I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you go on. Far across the distance and spaces between us, you have come to show you go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on. Love will touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're gone. Love was when I loved you one true time. I hold you, and my life will always go on and on and on and on. Yeah, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on.
gotta go and get angry at all of my honesty. You know I try, but I don't do too well with apologies. Hope I don't run out of time. Could someone call a referee? 'Cause I just need one more shot at forgiveness. I know you know that I made the mistake maybe once or twice. By once or twice, I mean maybe a couple of 100 times. So let me, oh let me redeem myself tonight. 'Cause I just need one more shot at second chances. Oh, is it too late now to say sorry? 'Cause I'm missing more than just your body. Yeah. Is it too late now to say sorry? 'Cause I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say I'm sorry now? I'm sorry. Sorry. I'll take every single piece of the blame if you want me to. 'Cause you know that there is no innocent one in this game for two. I go, and then you go out and spill the truth. Can we both say the words and forget this? Oh, is it too late now to say sorry? 'Cause I'm missing more than just your body. Yeah. Is it too late now to say sorry? 'Cause I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say I'm sorry now? Is it too late? Tell you that I'm sorry now. Is it too late? Tell you that I'm sorry now. Is it too late? Tell you that I'm sorry now. Is it too late? Tell you that I'm sorry now. Is it too late now to say sorry? 'Cause I'm missing more than just your body. Oh, is it too late now to say sorry? 'Cause I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say I'm sorry now? Cause I'm missing more than just your body. Is it too late now to say sorry? 'Cause I know that I let you down. Is it too late to say I'm sorry now? Is it too late to tell you that I'm sorry now? Is it too late to tell you that I'm sorry now?
You're walking in the woods. There's no one around and your phone is dead. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him.
Shia LaBeouf.
He's following you, about 30 feet back. He gets down on all fours and breaks into a sprint. He's gaining on you.
Shia LaBeouf.
You're looking for your car, but you're all turned around. He's almost upon you now, and you can see there's blood on his face. My God, there's blood everywhere!
Running for your life from Shia LaBeouf. He's brandishing a knife. It's Shia LaBeouf. Lurking in the shadows. Hollywood superstar Shia LaBeouf. Living in the woods. Shia LaBeouf. Killing for sport. Shia LaBeouf. Eating all the bodies. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Now it's dark, and you seem to have lost him. But you're hopelessly lost yourself. Stranded with a murderer. You creep silently through the underbrush. Aha! In the distance, a small cottage with a light on. Hope. You move stealthily toward it, but your leg! Ah! It's caught in a bear trap!
Gnawing off your leg.
Quiet, quiet.
Limping to the cottage.
Quiet, quiet.
Now you're on the doorstep. Sitting inside. Shia LaBeouf. Sharpening an axe. Shia LaBeouf. But he doesn't hear you enter. Shia LaBeouf. You're sneaking up behind him. Strangling superstar Shia LaBeouf. Fighting for your life with Shia LaBeouf. Wrestling a knife for Shia LaBeouf. Stab it in his kidney. Safe at last from Shia LaBeouf.
You limp into the dark woods, blood oozing from your stump leg. You've beaten Shia LaBeouf.
Wait, he isn't dead. Shy surprise, there's a gun to your head and death in his eyes, but you can do jujitsu. With body slam superstar Shia LaBeouf. Legendary fight with Shia LaBeouf. Normal Tuesday night for Shia LaBeouf. You try to swing an axe at Shia LaBeouf, but blood is draining fast from your stump leg. He's dodging every swipe. He parries to the left. You counter to the right. You catch him in the neck. You're chopping off his head now. You have just decapitated Shia LaBeouf.
His head topples to the floor, expressionless. You fall to your knees and catch your breath. You're finally safe from Shia LaBeouf.
Because I get to unmute my mic first, so everybody gets to hear me first before you.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Here we go.
Oh, Tuck, do you remember the burger guy from Becker? His name was Lardy.
Lardy.
The burger guy?
The
Yeah,
burger
yeah,
guy?
the guy at the grill.
Wait, from Becker?
What?
Are we talking like Ted Danson Becker? Or
What
no,
do you-
no. Was it Ted Danson?
From the dining hall at Becker.
Oh.
Don't
A few
remember.
times you went in there. The guy who stands behind the grill.
Oh yeah.
His name was Lardy.
Oh okay.
Okay. Because when I thought you meant like Becker, I thought you meant like the TV show Becker. That was like based
No.
like
Oh,
the
yeah, that's,
No,
yeah,
the-
doctor one. Yeah.
The low quality college we both went to.
okay.
That's what we're talking about.
Not the
Where did
not the low quality TV show with Ted Danson. Got it.
where did Waze
Wait, what?
Oh, wait, what?
I can't find Waze emote.
Hashtag Twitch problems. When you subscribe to so many people that you can't find their emote.
No, she's the only person I subscribe to because I don't pay.
Just type semicolon and then like the first few letters of her name.
Right. Hi, KB Vera. Hi, Kim. The patron saint of Team Perfect.
Yes.
Oh,
Hi,
apparently I'm not.
Everyone.
Oh wait, no, I am still subbed to Shroud.
yeah, there you go. Hi, everybody.
So, yeah, so good evening, everybody. Shall we start the show?
I know.
We gotta put more intro up.
Tough.
I know. Sorry, this is the pre-show ramble. We have like another 10 minutes of intro to go through before we
Yeah.
actually get to the real show.
All right, introduce everybody, but introduce me really, really slowly and after Tuck. So
Okay.
So, good evening, everyone. It's season 2, episode 23 of the Game Moment podcast. I am Lardy Teamaker, aka Will McKellar. Joining
All
me
night.
as
He's Lardy.
always is
Top of
James.
the Lardy to you. Hey, top of the Lardy to you. How you doing down there, Lardy?
Oh, lordy.
Okay,
We don't.
1 minute into the show, James offended everybody. 1 minute into the show, I didn't. I went all last show, didn't offend anybody. Right into this one.
Oh God.
And joining us, as you can hear the voice, is a special guest tonight. It is Regis Castus.
You interrupted my Night Mind videos for this.
Technically, the other guy who invited you onto the show interrupted them. He said, "We need to get him on," and I went, "Okay." And then you actually got on the Discord. You had a choice. Whether you
I
chose,
don't have a choice. This is free publicity.
this is free publicity.
But I want to get back to it. God damn it.
You could just be like Chris. He's probably playing Doom right now as we speak.
I'm actually not playing anything for once.
Wow.
Amazing.
This is going to change very quickly.
I assume.
And as you asked me to do it, and finally, the other person joining us is
Buttface. That's his name.
Yeah,
It's me. It's me. I'm here, guys. I'm here for once.
yeah, he like. Also, Will, you may want to like swallow your mic a little bit. You sound a little bit like you're
I can't hear him at all.
Yeah, I can barely hear you.
You can barely hear us.
Yeah, it sounds like you're talking
no.
in a fishbowl.
I can hear you now.
Okay, fair enough. I'll have a look on also Discord as well, because that may have changed because I had to do a Windows bloody update, didn't I?
That very well may be. How about chat? Can you all hear Will okay, or does my overpowering dulcet tones just blow him by?
How's this?
When he's the only one talking, he's audible.
True.
How's this?
Better.
Yeah,
we go.
that's better.
There we go. There we
Yeah.
go.
There we go. Yeah, I had to put the input level up a little bit.
There
You're
we
right.
go.
Simmer, I'm the discount Hurgle.
Yeah, he's dead. I ate the old Hurgle.
Yeah. They got stuck in a car in relatively cold weather. It really wasn't that bad, and it really wasn't anywhere where cannibalism was required. They were actually like a few blocks down from a restaurant, but it was just too much effort.
It was a Waffle House, so choices had to be made.
Was this Porn Hergelman? is that the original one?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sean Daly.
Yes. Sean Daly, who knows Dave Nova, but
Who knows Dave Nova intimately?
exactly. Do you know who Dave Nova? Because you don't know Dave Nova, or at least
You don't
one
know
of
the
Dave
real
Nova is.
Dave Nova.
That gives me a reason to go actually back and listen to the other podcasts.
I'm glad we actually have a meme that's in our little group.
Yes.
Thank you, Kim, for the 30 bitties,
Thank you.
dropping them all over our faces.
Also,
Okay,
Kim,
you
I
went there
apologize for taking 2 or 3 days to respond to each of your tweets. I get back to you, but it takes 3 days per message.
We have to. Well, it's like anything. We have to vet the tweet. We have to let it run through R&D. Then we also have to let it run through the Fed and verify its validity as a tweet. And then once it's gone through fact checking, then we can respond to it.
Yeah.
We also have to run a background check on you every single time, just in case. We're really careful here.
Yeah, exactly.
I definitely don't blatantly give away shit.
And just not pay attention to any of our social media feeds sometimes. That's something we definitely don't do.
Yes.
Oh shit!
Sometimes we
I'm
do
getting
actually-
frozen synapse. Thanks, Twitch.
And we do also sometimes talk to chat, like, hello, Michael Patterson, hello,
Yeah.
the Mr. Smith, Simmer, KB, Selena, and all the rest.
Mr. Smith.
Yes, the Mr. Smith.
Whenever you
With
see
his
a name like
syntax.
that, you expect the blue check mark next to their name. Be like it's like the
Verified.
verified.
Is this-
Well, remember, Mr. Smith is here, so we all know what that means. This episode,
Smith.
it's
Facts.
yeah, it's 100% factual. This show will be 100% factual because Mr. Smith is here to fact check.
I'm just going to start spouting bullshit constantly.
I was really tempted to do that.
I'm gonna make him work overtime.
That is what Mr. Smith expects when he shows up to the show because he's had to deal with me, and we all know my facts are.
Borderline at best.
Oh yeah,
He does get paid time and a half, though.
he does get paid time and a half of 0.
Yep. Just a health warning.
Sumi's asking, is this the tweet test method that we use on another Tweeting American?
Yes, the same method that is my tweet method. I had to go through this process a while back. Thank you, Simmer. Yeah, that's the very same one where I ignore my Twitter for like 3 days.
Shit
hits the
I'm
wall.
still there. Where is her going?
Do you want to know how I handle my Twitter? Will handles my Twitter.
I do no such thing, sir, you filthy perv.
I cannot be held responsible for my own Twitter.
No, Will, it's in a medical regard.
It's for medical
it's,
reasons.
It's not like perverted. It's you're making sure it's healthy. You're making sure things are not infected.
What are we talking about?
James's Twitter.
Yes.
Oh,
Which is the Tigwhippies Twitter.
yes.
The official Twitter of us. Michael Patson, right, is asking, he recognizes Will, but who else can he see in here?
Hi, I'm Spike, or also known as James, also known as the guy who usually is on this Tigwhippies channel when we're not streaming the show. Hergelman.
Hi, I'm a cartoon.
He is drawn by Demon Star 13. 13?
Yep, 13.
13.
With 2 R's, I think.
With 2 R's. Somebody will
Pretty
get
sure
that
it's
and
2
post
R's.
it in chat eventually. Who does?
Hashtag
Yeah.
Smith Facts.
Hashtag SmithMax. And also joining us is Tucker.
Beep, boop. I am the robot man.
Yeah, he is the.
I'm assuming that. Wait.
It's not up yet.
Your picture's not up.
No.
I've been working on that. Actually,
I'm a
as we
mystery.
talk, I've been trying to find it.
There's a mystery man.
Oh, not existing. Because funny
yes.
story. This is the first show with
from the ether.
I may have deleted all the scenes and completely lost everything, and I've had to rebuild this over the last couple weeks. Which
I remember talking about that.
Which may or may not have caused me a little bit of stress.
But shall we say what is on the show tonight? We do normal stuff like a couple of bits of news we talk bollocks about. We talk bollocks in between and go off on tangents. We say what we've been playing. We'll do a few shout outs and then we'll just get out of here so people can go to sleep. And just go about their evening.
Totally ruining people's OCD right now. Totally ruining people's OCD.
Slight overlap of everything.
It just enough that everything's not centered, so people just stare at it, going, "What?"
And the bit thing is in the background.
Exactly.
So the couple of bits of news we have this week are more centered to one that James could talk about a bit more, and one that Chris you might like. You might not like this one. But we'll go ahead with the Bungie talk, and it's about Destiny 2.
Excuse.
So I'll let you guys have the floor.
Sure. Hi guys. I'm a chronic Destiny 2 player.
I am a casual Destiny 2 player.
Yeah. So we can talk about what happened this week with Bungie. Some data mining happened, and people.
Yay.
Whoa. That's a tweet. Never forget. Yep. Yep, that's a thing. All right. Anyways, so things happened. Destiny was found out that they were restricting XP on certain events, so that it was making harder for people to gain large amounts of XP, which, comparing it to the way the other events were done, it basically meant that you were losing out on 1.5 bright engrams roughly every 3 hours. And obviously bright engrams is what you get when you level up when you're at max level, but it's also the thing that you can spend money on to get more of, to get cosmetic items and mod items and stuff. God, we're going to be doing this all night, aren't we? Just bits. By the way, I've toned down the Windows 98 follow button. So now, guess what? We aren't gonna blow my eardrums out anymore.
Oh, please turn it back up.
Turn it back up. Make it the loudest you can.
and then make it a little louder.
Yeah.
If I'm not bleeding from the eardrums by the time the show is done, this hasn't been a good show.
Yes.
Get more. Feel the pain. Anyways, so what did Destiny do? Well, they were supposed to have a stream on Wednesday going over, hey, these are all the cool new armor and guns you're gonna get in the Destiny 2 Osiris DLC that's coming out on December 5th. They canceled the stream. For them saying that they wanted to take the time to give out a bullet pointed statement of a gameplay of what's going to be happening over the next couple weeks and months, of what they're doing to address the community's concerns and bring more content and specialized information to Destiny, which is fair. And probably a better idea, because obviously whenever anybody has any controversy or anything like that coming out with their game, the last thing you want to do is go on a Twitch AMA to talk about that game, because, well, Twitch chat. And we all know what Twitch chat would be.
Yeah.
Oh boy, my
Twitch chat
favorite.
go. Oh, major event. Let's close that. And I know people this week were watching, there was the Game Awards, the golden joysticks over here. And they had two women, doing like an MST3K commentary over it. And apparently the Twitch chat was horrendous. And I looked and went, why am I not surprised? It's Twitch chat for a major event. Of course, there's going to be 4-to-1 dicketry. Just
Of
right
course.
there.
But here's the thing, if you could even read it, that's the thing. It goes by so freaking fast. All I can think of is just like having the two screens pulled up with all the Twitch chat just layered over it, and it's just the Matrix. And you're just like trying to read the Matrix. It's just like you need to be Neo.
Someone's got
quick
a
aside.
telephone on speed and just go.
Quick aside, one of the funniest things is the Twitch Presents chat when they're doing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Plays. Whenever Mokuba does anything, whenever Taya does anything, whenever anyone who's a side character does everything, everyone just shouts out, "Shut up! You're fucking useless!" Like, Taya, you cunt! Stop that! Mokuba, you useless piece of shit!
Or the Bob Ross chat. Whenever he says
Oh, God.
beat the devil out of it, there's like the religion that happens. but
It's so great.
It's so good. But just streamer, hey, talk to us, streamer. Just
Hey, talk to a streamer. Why does he talk?
Why is he not reacting to us? Dude, this guy's not part of Twitch affiliate guidelines. Streamer is not responding to chat. That was the best when it first came out. People were just kept asking him to respond. They're like, "Why isn't the streamer responding?" It was so
And
good.
you have to imagine, like there are guaranteed people who are doing that for the laugh of it. But how many people actually don't know?
How many people? But at the same time, how many people have been introduced to Bob Ross now because of that? The
Hey,
beauty and the wonder
That
is
was
Bob
like
Ross.
that was like the best week on Twitch.
It was.
Now, we know this firsthand with our vodcasting. Yes, because we had someone from Canada say Happy Thanksgiving to our videos.
And we appreciate that.
It's like, yeah, thank you very much, but they can't hear you. And I'm speaking that one of the people that can't hear him is me.
Because you don't. No. You know of Thanksgiving, but it's like, eh. Happy Spanish or Portuguese guy working for Spain finding the Caribbean.
The funniest one I did see on one podcast is, how the people do this and they'll chat. They do this. They go, donate $10. Thank you for the donation. Yeah.
Right.
Now I've seen that
on our one.
on one of our podcasts, and it's a case of they're trying to get a reaction from a vodcast.
We got Will and
Oh, yeah.
speaker. Will, you got to mute the Skype.
The Skype on?
What?
I hear.
Bloody Skype,
There we go.
bloody Skype. Right, yeah. So they do, for some reason, they just seem to want to get a reaction from it, and it's even funnier when they do it to a vodcast and no one's paying attention to it, because then they get all bent out of shape. It's like,
Streamer, why don't you talk, streamer? And didn't it? By the way, wasn't the host the vodcast title? 1 replay, Happy Holidays.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And which tells me one thing: people don't pay attention, or they just come in thinking that it's all live anyway, and
There's-
it's just.
There was a statistic that came out about Reddit users that 80% of Reddit users do not read the articles that they upvote.
Oh yeah, guaranteed. I mean, I'm guilty of posting things where I just read the title. I won't fucking lie.
I'm so guilty of that too. But most of the things I post are kitten pictures. So
I'm half and half. You got cat pictures, and then you got articles that are bound to piss off half the people I know.
there's also your
It's
not safe for
online,
work
though.
Reddit feed that we see in your Discord chat.
Oh, on the Discord, yeah, no, I don't moderate that.
It's
No,
like, this
well
is-
that's the whole point of it. You gotta have.
It's there for the people to keep it somewhere.
Every house needs to have a shitter. It's the truth. Right? I'm not lying here. You got to take a dump someplace. Give them a place to take a dump so that they're not doing it elsewhere. It's like training
It's
a pet.
not that bad usually.
Usually.
Yeah, like, come on, it's
I
just one line underneath
I do
the
have to
screen.
admit, I had to mute the channel because I'd be getting.
Oh yeah.
My phone would be going off during work, and I'd have to look, and I'd see Smug at him like.
You're like, hey, somebody posted something. What am I?
Well, not that bad for me because I've been around the block when it comes to the internet, so not much phases me at this point.
It's just it'll phase others.
Yeah, no, it's just I work in banking, which is very female heavy, and
Oh yeah.
there
I'm
could be
scrolling up. I don't see anything traumatizing in the past day or two, at least.
a day or two. Imagine like a month ago when I had to mute it. I do enjoy scrolling through it though. Sometimes there's some pretty good shit that happens every once in a while.
Yeah, no, I suspect many people have that channel muted.
It's like, yeah, but the thing is about this stuff is like, it's just one line underneath a video screen. What's if it's TLDR, is it? It's like, are you that bad with reading these days? You read just one sentence?
Well, it's the guy. I mean, like the guy who said happy, Thanksgiving. He was Canadian, so the thing is, he's excused because he's being polite. It's in his DNA.
Yes.
Even if it is a podcast, he needs to be polite because he saw I was saying Happy Holidays in the title, so he needed to respond in kind, even if it was to a vodcast. If the other person who said donation, thank you, was American, I would understand because obviously our public school system is failing the youth, and he probably doesn't know better. The fact that he can read at probably higher than a 4th grade level is amazing. Actually, I think that's the second Smith fact, by the way.
Every house needs a shitter. This is factually correct.
But yeah, so getting back to Destiny.
Speaking about getting back to the shitter, Destiny 2. Yeah. So and I actually like and play this game. The new DLC comes out December 5th. That also means the seasons are changing. They're talking about how people can spend excess currency in the game, how ornaments are handled. They do a very nice kind of summary of what's planning on going on. They're planning on bringing ranked systems into the game, so people who are the competitive PvP community, which really people have just been looking at it and going, kind of got thrown by the wayside, are getting something. Also, they're bringing in private PvP matches, so people can actually do something and play private PvP matches. So we could have an all Tickwhippies PvP match, which is just basically me and Hergleman dueling each other.
You, me, and Amanda.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Amanda has a few people who play with her.
Mm-hmm.
So, but once again, was it the right move? Yes. Did they address all the problems of the game? No. But did they do a better job than EA did? Yes.
Yeah. Did you I didn't catch enough of it, but did you hear what happened earlier today? What people found out regarding EA?
I probably read it, but I forgot.
I only like read an article head because again I don't fucking read shit half the time. But I guess they make some sort of like MMA game as well, like
UFC.
UFC. Apparently that has a loot box system in it as well that is worse somehow than
EA Sports has had loot box systems in it that are hugely worse for years.
Yeah,
I mean, EA Sports just kind of has a stranglehold on sports for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So like they could do literally anything they want.
Pretty much, because they have the NFL contract, they have the UFC exclusive contract.
I think they have NBA as well.
No, NBA is not exclusive, but they have the majority of they have FIFA contract. It means any leagues that fall under the FIFA contract. Though individual teams can also give out their sponsorships because it's they own like the leagues where like as Major League Baseball can give out all the league information because Major League Baseball, but an individual team can also then give out their own logo and player information as part of that sponsorship. But yeah, if you look at because they have like Ultimate Team in FIFA, which is like, okay, you get cards to play the online mode. Those players could get injured, or you need to get fitness cards to bring them back up. And playing games earns you points to money that you can buy on a fictional auction house that they create that is a player-driven economy, but you can also spend money to buy coins to buy specific players to make you better. I know. And then they also have Teams of the Week, which are certain players who have done better. They boost their stats up. Teams of the Year, Players of the Year, based on the various international leagues. It's a freaking clusterfuck. And a section that I have never played, and I own 3 generations of FIFA.
Jesus Christ.
And that's where all big loot box pay
this
to
is
win.
This is why EA stock is up.
Come from.
This is why EA
Down
stock
3
is up
million?
700.
They
Well, no, it's still
$3.4 billion this week in stock.
Yeah, they're still up. They're still up over 100% over the last 3 years.
Jesus.
They're still turning a profit,
Right.
a very large profit.
Speaking of, I
For
have a specific company stock I need to buy because of the way things are going.
Speaking of this,
Electronic Arts.
Nope.
you know how Belgium, Australia, and Hawaii are trying to get them outlawed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they are
The
gambling.
UK Commission has come out and went, it's not technically gambling because you don't have the opportunity to cash out as such. So that's how they're not investigating it over here yet. I know. I heard that went bullshit. That's a.
I cash out by getting the items I want. But
I looked at that one. That is just such a cop out.
Mhm.
Don't want to be bothered by it at the moment. I mean, if you get other countries, starting to do this and say, nope, that's it, they're illegal, get rid of them, then it will put more pressure on our government to actually do something about it. EA hasn't revealed their full plans for loot boxes. Further details will be released as a randomized DLC.
Exactly. There you go. Randomized DLC. That's what we're looking at in the future for that.
I like the laughing premise of it. Randomized DLC.
and you have a chance of duplicates, obviously.
Obviously, but at the same time, we will give you a small. We will give you a
small portion of your income back.
Yeah, I would say a GameStop level of trade-in.
Yeah.
Speaking of codes and things, though, before we go to we go to the next news story, does anybody in chat, and I'm this out to you guys as well here, do you guys have Cube, the Director's Cut on Steam?
What?
QUB Director's Cut on Steam.
No, I don't know what that is.
Right. Would you like a copy?
Yes.
Let me look at it. Cube.
You'd
The
like
answer
a
is
copy,
yes.
Hackman, yeah. Okay. Because I was going to throw this out because the Jingle Jam had started.
Wait,
And
is it just Cube?
Q.U.B. And
Wait. Q.U. Oh,
B.
I see it.
Yeah.
So I typed in Cube and I got like a fucking like short film, and I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, no, that was a movie.
Why Steam sells this, I don't understand.
It was a pretty good movie too.
Oh, sure, but why are they selling movies?
I don't know.
Because you got to pay for Half-Life 4.
There we go, Hagelman.
Because we all know Half-Life 3 already exists. It's just Steam. Steam is Half-Life 3.
Well, that was a Zerg rush.
But yeah, so Jingle Jam is up, and so I'll probably be getting some doubles because I went. I'll get it again, as you normally do. But yeah, so that's one thing. It's this charity bit on. You know, you're going to get a shit ton of games from Steam from there. Sure good. But sad-ish news, I think, to end this bit is Demon Souls.
Yes.
Original that started it all.
For the third time now.
They're saying that they're going to be discontinuing the service this time for good.
Supposedly.
On February 28th next year. Which is
I suppose the outrage can't keep the servers alive forever.
Unfortunately, no. Because I think people pushed on tasks like Dark Souls now. Demon Souls. I think Demon Souls has been allowed to just gracefully die away the online server.
Yeah, I mean, the shame bit is the fact that, like, you know, all the other ones came to PC at the very least, except for Bloodborne. Bloodborne obviously is its own kind of thing, but the Demon Souls just never came over. Like, they never ported that to PC. It's the only one I've never played, except for, well, Dark Souls 3, actually, because I never decided to actually get that one. But I had always heard good things about it, but I never had a PS3.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really...
The only reason I heard about it
very
was from a podcast that we were talking about last week in terms of PS Nation podcast. Because there was a guy called Mark Singer who was playing it a lot of Demon this, and he basically was practically selling it for, and that was the first time I really heard of it. And so I imported it. And so yeah, I mean, looking at it, how tough it was. I mean, you've even got a boss that they've taken out of Demon Souls and put it into Bloodborne, a version of it, and just swapped it around. Hi, Tim. So it's had a good run, 10 years, but the server's gone on and off.
So, so what you're telling me is that Demon Souls is going to be, the IP of it, just Demon Souls, is going to be bought by EA so they can go take it out back and Old Yeller it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Mark saying in the chat that Demon Souls only exists thanks to a deal with Sony, so it'll be an exclusive for, if not forever.
Well,
unless Sony see a lot of...
Neo was an exclusive to PS3 and it got released on Steam. Steam has been very good about getting I mean, .hack GU. I mean, that was an exclusive back for the PS2 games, and they just did a remaster of it, and it got released on Steam.
Vanquish and Binary Domain. They came out earlier in the year on Steam. They were PS3s. And was it Xbox 360 as well? So you're looking, they were pretty... that was a big thing, Sega bringing them to Steam.
Exactly, Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
EA, executing assets.
Every time a company of theirs goes under, I see the same comic, just with a new company name posted on the face.
Yep.
Every time. And I think every year the pile of bodies in the ditch gets bigger.
Well, I know Respawn's going to be next.
Mm-hmm.
Titanfall 3 is going to come out, and they're going to get Old Yeller. That's my prediction for 2018/2019. Titanfall 3, then Old Yeller.
Yeah, no, you see EA, because I'm actually scared for Zoink Studios because they're under their independent arm, aren't they? And that scares me because Zoinks was such a great studio.
So, like, is their independent arm just like Switzerland was neutral during World War II, but had all this crazy Nazi gold and priceless artifacts.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is it?
Maybe these IPs we've secured.
It's literally just security for them not to like sit down and die as they're making their game.
It
I mean,
actually
the
in a way
other-
it was.
It just generally scares me anytime some big name company buys out a little one because fucking what was it? The guys who were making We Happy Few. They got bought out by who was it?
Gearbox.
They got bought out by Gearbox, and
Oh, God,
right
Gearbox.
after they got bought out by Gearbox, the price for the game on Steam, what was it, $20 originally or something around that? It's now like $50 something.
Yeah, it's gone up from an indie price game to a full AAA title,
Yep.
including all the special edition stuff. Maybe
Yep.
this thing doesn't need this shit.
Yep.
Also, let's talk about another game that got bought out by a big studio and got fucking destroyed. No Man's Sky. Remember that wonderful little indie game?
It got bought out by somebody?
Sony.
Sony.
Oh, yeah.
Sony bought it, and then
Well,
And then production pushed it until it died.
I thought that...
Make the game faster, slaves!
boom, boom, boom.
maybe it was Sony bullying them into actually, like...
That's what I
saying
think it
all
was.
that shit, but...
It was. I think. Well, here's what I think it is. I think it was Sony not pushing them into saying all the shit because it looks like they want to keep going and get to that point. But I think it was Sony pushing them to release the game at X, Y, and Z dates at hard dates. Because they did put a pushback, which is fine. It's fine if you push a game back and say, "Look, guys, it just isn't done."
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as
But
it's done eventually.
Yeah. But they never got to the point where they could actually kind of sit down and do that.
They didn't, and once again, we talked to this, that they didn't Minecraft it. I think if they released it saying, this is it, we're still developing it, we're going to planning on rolling out these features eventually, people would have been okay. If you would have paid like $20 for it, people would have thought it's great.
But no, they launched it, and it even said on most of the fucking boxes, multiplayer. And there was no fucking multiplayer. It was literally... No, actually, I remember seeing pictures of boxes where in some stores where on the back of it, there was a sticker that said single player on top of the multiplayer section. And you just peeled it off, and it shows that it says multiplayer. Like, they... You no matter how hard you were being pushed, you had to have realized that you should have come out and said, look, there's not going to be multiplayer. We said there's going to be multiplayer. It's not ready yet. Eventually. Not, hey guys, it has multiplayer. But it doesn't.
The only way it could have been worse was if Peter Molyneux came out and said all this stuff.
God.
By the way, it's starting to come up, people are talking about it, but has anybody read the plot to Metal Gear Survive? The first
No.
Metal Gear game after Kojima's departure. Let me
No.
read you the plot. And I get. I mean, once again, Kojima may be kicking himself because he didn't think of it first. But this is the plot. Verbatim, following the evacuation of Big Boss and Kazuma Miller from a besieged mother base, a wormhole opens in the sky that absorbs the offshore plant as well as the remaining military San Fuentes soldiers. The soldiers are transported to an alternate reality with all that remains of Mother Base and a world full of hostile crystalline zombie-like entities known as creatures. Their goal is to find materials and do anything they can to get back to their own world.
What?
Fucking brilliant.
This is either going to be like Kojima's either going to be pissed because he didn't think of it first.
Frankly, knowing Kojima, I could see him doing something retarded like that.
Like it would make perfect sense because he wanted to
Because
kill
he's
it.
Kojima.
They actually
Because you-
They actually asked him about it. It says, during the stage presentation at TGS 2016, Kojima was asked if he had anything to do with Metal Gear Survived. He stated the game had nothing to do with him, and that the Metal Gear Solid series is a political fiction and espionage, and the zombies genre does not fit into the series. Yoji Shinakawa also stated that he was not involved in the game, and he jokingly said that if Metal Gear Survive would have mechs in it if he did. Yoji
Well,
Shinohara is
Battle
obviously
Royale Solid.
he's the guy who's done all the mechanical designs of Metal Gear and Zone of the Enders.
Ah.
Nice.
Selena,
Yeah,
don't
I
worry.
heard it.
This
I
this
heard
is
it's
this
like
is how the
Battle
show
Royale.
normally goes. Will rope us back into a normal conversation at some point.
Yeah, it's fine
At least we're talking about video games.
for now. So speaking of video games, then because that's gone, shall we get on with playing?
Sure. We can do me last because I can show top secret Project December.
Oh,
Yes. Regis, do you want to go first, matey?
no. Oh God. Fuck. Why is it you can never think of what you're doing? What you do when people ask?
Go to your
I'm playing
activity
Vi-
on Twitch. It'll say.
Well, I haven't been active on Twitch so much because I have a full-time job now. I don't have the time. But I've bought and played Bomber Crew one morning. Interesting game. Everybody compares it to FTL, and I can kind of see the similarities, but it's not. It's still a far shot from that. I've been playing a good amount of EU4 since that latest DLC came out, and I'm trying to play an Austria game to form the actual Holy Roman Empire and to destroy Protestantism, because that ruins everything.
Yeah, Danger really hates Protestants.
Yes, it is a bad thing. And
And Martin Luther.
on top of that, I've been playing a little bit of RimWorld because they came up with a huge update recently. I played Stardew Valley for a few days for like the first time in like over a year. God, it's just I need the multiplayer. They need to fucking put the multiplayer out already. God damn it! I want my co-op. Oh, and I bought Steep because it was on sale at like $30 for like the full-on edition of it. Because I really enjoyed the demo they put out, but it wasn't $60. Fun as fuck game. It's just a nice thing to do when you're looking to kill time, but I don't know. I wasn't that dedicated on it, but I've got it now, and I plan on eventually playing it when I have time.
When I have time, because you
Yeah.
don't want to do that stuff, and then when you do have time, you'll sit there and go, "What did I play?" Look at your pile and go, "Oh, I could play that. Yeah, I could play that."
But then there are
play
cat. But then there are cat videos.
Yes.
I see people streaming and go, "Oh, I haven't watched them in a while," and then 3 hours.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, Womble's actually on. Oh my god, go watch that. 3 hours later, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, 3 hours later, you're watching some Austrian streamer stream a game that you've never seen, and be like, I don't even understand what's happening right now.
So that's most of what I've been playing lately, at least.
Cool. And Herman, play matey.
Well, I've actually picked a variety. You horrible person. Yeah, you are. What? I've been playing quite a few games as of late. I've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy as per the norm. Slowly progressing. I'm playing very slowly. I mean, really fucking slowly.
It's the bog standard for that game.
Oh no,
He
it
does
really
nothing fast.
it really isn't that bad to progress. I mean, it is on a week by week basis, but like considering that my schedule has been on a week by week basis, it fits a decent pace.
It's an
The issue
MMO.
we have is more so the raw lack of capacity for people to be there while it's going on. We don't have people.
Like an
Which is-
MMO. Like every MMO known forever.
Now, the other games I've been playing quite a few. I've been playing. Welcome back. I've been playing Stellaris as of late. I'm really bad at it. I don't last more than 20 years usually because.
Wow, that's really bad.
Yeah, I'm really bad at it. Mostly because someone gets pissed off very easily, and I get mulched by ships. I don't understand how the military system works.
Simply, you research better things and equip them on your ships, and build more of them.
Okay, so I guess I just don't know how to equip things on my ship.
There's a ship designer, and
You click auto best.
Okay. See, I did have auto best selected. Now, do I have to do a thing where I hit that and then I do a thing again?
more than likely.
Okay.
Well, you have to do
So that's
auto best,
probably-
and then if you upgrade your ship design, you then have to upgrade your fleet.
Oh yeah, you have to send them back. You have to click a button on your fleet to have
to get
them
overhauled because they don't get automatically upgraded. You have to spend money to refit
overhaul
your
them.
ships.
Yep.
Like
That. What the
That
fuck?
would
Oh,
do it.
that would do that. All right. These are my walking barracks because I'm playing another game, StarCraft 2. I'm playing a little bit of that.
Play the original.
it's
I intend to.
also free to play.
Also free.
Yes.
I bought it a little while back on a sale, so I have it nice and full. All right. We're gonna say
Your story right.
trying to. Right now I'm just looking for some, RT. Oh, don't.
Right. Yeah. If you want gameplay, yeah, two's better.
Yeah.
I love one to death. The pathing on some units,
Not so great.
it's practically a meme.
So I've been playing that, and I'm having fun. I've been playing it with the waifu, and she's gotten more into it than I have. Which is really funny. Every time she's embracing her Korean heritage.
What factions do you both play?
I mostly play Zerg.
Gross.
Occasionally Terran. Terran is my second, but I play Zerg mostly because I like just slapping buttons around and just like I like data entry. So
Like slapping buttons
And
around.
what does Kura play?
she plays Protoss.
Yes.
Of course she
and
does.
I play the Terrans other times. So yeah.
Good.
The only
But basically, I play things that can get units out fast, so that while she's building, I can body block everything.
do you play twos?
Yeah, we do co-ops.
We should play threes.
You are welcome to join us at some point.
I should. It's been a very long time since I played StarCraft 2, but
See, my
would
strategy
enjoy
would not work in StarCraft 2. Like my StarCraft 1 strategy would be against all my friends.
that being
Play Terran, Turtle, and then all of a sudden have 15 Yamato cannons show up and just start blowing everything up.
No,
it still works.
But you don't get to Turtle that long. Not
Nah,
at least.
you can-
I've watched Pro League StarCraft 2, which
Well, yeah,
probably-
Pro League.
Probably you wouldn't be able to. No.
Yeah, no. Like
Against people who don't know what the fuck they're doing in easy AI.
well, yeah, easy AI, but I just assume that like if I go into any form of like playing against another person in that game, I am just going up against somebody from the Pro League who is just going to be like, all of a sudden I'm like, I built a builder, and all of a sudden they have 12 Mutalisks in my base, and I'm like, what did this happen? How did I not macro?
There was a point where I was playing, I think, if not hard, probably very hard AI. Like I had actually for the first time grasped a strategy game to some at least
It'll get weirder.
baseline level. But that was Wings of Liberty times.
It's your face there as you said that, James.
Oh, by the way, Stukov is really interesting in a co-op.
Not played it.
I don't know when the co-op came in. I just know that it
Co-op
exists
came in
now.
around Heart of the Swarm.
Okay.
I mean, I played co-op, but the last time I looked, although I thought I saw something recently saying they made them free, a lot of the commanders were paid. You had to buy them.
They're free until 5.
Ah,
Yeah, which isn't bad. Could be worse.
but they're free until like level 5. You're saying?
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
all I need Stukov for is the rare points now when I play HOTS. That's all I need him for. And
He's really neat, though.
I
His
bet.
army is literally a mishmash of Zerg and Terran.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing a little bit of it like when they released him.
Yeah, it's really cool.
He has like fucking crawling bunkers or something, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All his units crawl. All his buildings crawl like Terrans.
Oh,
Fly.
Jesus Christ.
Like you can just uproot your base and move it.
Is it slow as sin like flying Terran buildings?
They're
Or?
relatively quick.
Oh, okay.
Probably because there's usually not a whole lot to do with things.
Terran, wall off your entryway. Build 2 barracks. Make Marines. Then build starport. Make medvacs. Win game.
Yep. Medic ball.
Medball. That's the way I played it. I never transitioned either. So if somebody countered it, I was like, well,
It was like, oh, that's it.
that's it.
Game
Well,
over.
GG. I'm done.
I still turtle in Yamato cannon.
That's such a fun strategy, Turtle and Yamato Cannon.
It's pretty good.
Because you could just be like, I want that to die, and it just dies. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. This base is now mine. You're dead.
Yep.
Or just dark arconing, mind controlling probes and like building their own shit against them. That was a fun strategy too.
Mind controlling 2 other races and then playing 3 races at once.
By the way, here's my Yamato cannons with carriers and mutalisks. What now, bitch? That was StarCraft 1. You were a good game.
Yeah.
Multiplayer on dial-up internet.
Yep.
The joys of hearing.
The pains of joining a custom game lobby on Battle.net and seeing that download go from a 0, 1.
I think that's
Two.
where the phrase pre-game dump came from, because you just have to go take a... Oh, I got 15 minutes. I'm going to go take a dump.
Ah, shit. I just...
This
is
you're
bad.
trying to get into the game, and then like 2 people DC, and you're like, well, fuck. Now I'm a 1v3.
Bollocks. So you've been playing.
I've also been playing. What else was it? Some Overwatch. The new person's pretty interesting.
David Bowie?
What was that?
David Bowie.
Yeah, more or less.
That's all I know them as is David Bowie.
Yeah, they're pretty much David Bowie. They throw a meatball that heals or hurts. So
Like David Bowie does.
yeah.
You have not said anything that I have not thought David Bowie has or has not done.
Oh no, I'm just describing the specific things that David Bowie does.
Exactly.
Was this between the Ziggy Stardust days?
This is Circa Labyrinth.
Yeah, Circle Labyrinth. I mean, throwing giant balls at people, dancing magic dances,
Yep.
crotch, just
Just so much crotch.
just so much. But I'm at the same time, I'm kind of, as much as it pains me for David Bowie not to be here anymore, I'm kind of happy that he isn't, because I'm half afraid that he would have to come out as a sexual assault victim to Megan Connolly, because seeing as what he looked like in The Goblin King, how could she not be all over that? Is that too soon? Am I too soon with
Pretty
that?
good.
Good.
It's pretty good.
It's always soon enough.
Yeah, no. When it comes to David Bowie, I mean, let's be honest, it's David fucking Bowie. He can do no wrong. What else have you been playing, Chris? Or have we hit the zenith?
Yes.
Oh, there was something else that I don't remember what it was. Oh, Destiny 2, of course.
Yeah, well.
And I've reached max level on a Warlock. And I'm pretty decent at PvP.
Good. We can actually play. By the way, when I played with you on PvP, because we grouped together, I got an engram of purple level stuff. So it's like worth playing with people in our clan, which is basically just me and you right now.
Yeah. That's literally all it is.
Nice. So, I shall quickly go through what stuff I've been playing. I faced off against Tom in Wolfenstein 2, and for some reason I placed the traps on early in the first level, and he didn't, and managed to complete the level quicker. And then from then on, I just couldn't catch him, and he kicked my ass again at another game. So he's 4-1 up in our series. Nice one, Tom. Played some Fortnite because there was a. You know how you get daily challenges now?
Yes, actually, I do.
So one of them was a solo run, trying to get in top 25. So I played that quickly, got down to third place, and the only reason I lost was because someone saw the back of my head sticking out of a bush. He just picked us off as he ran by. I'm like, where did that come from? He just runs by. Shit, he was from behind. Bollocks. So Michael Patterson doesn't fully like all I do. It's very mediocre, and I can see why, because there are difficulty spikes in sections of it where it just makes disrupts the flow of the game.
Sometimes it's just fun to punch fascists in the face.
Mm-hmm.
But then they kill you a lot, so you have to keep doing it. Killing the same fascist, which reminds me, last night on last night, them video games stream, we were playing Draw, and one of the bits I had as a clue was fascism. So guess who I drew?
Oh, goodness.
And people knew it. That's an even better thing.
Is this a trick question? Because
No.
I'm thinking of two people.
The first person that you think of is probably correct.
Not the leader of the free world, huh? Okay.
The most powerful person in the free world.
Okay. So we were okay. So I understood that. So it's not Hitler, not Mecha Hitler. Got it.
No, not Mecha Hitler. Mecha Trump.
Though Mecha Hitler still would have been a very strong answer.
Mecha Hitler would have been pretty strong. Not gonna lie, but we all know Will's English sensibilities. We knew where that was going to lie.
Got further on the faction part back to the Mephisto mansion with the sixth graders with 4 asses.
Stick more asses on stuff. That's how you win game.
Exactly, he tells us this, and we're like, "Why? What does it prove? It proves you can do it. It proves that you must have asses on. It just makes it better." Okay. So I'm up to that fight there. I got my ass handed to us royally by the hulked up 6th graders with the asses. Just a couple of other things, because it's basically bits and bobs, but I finally started Assassin's
Creed Origins.
Very pretty.
Assassin's Creed Oranges.
Oranges.
By the way, 10 out of 10, best Assassin's Creed game ever, because you can pet cats.
Yep.
Pet cats.
When I find the cat, I will pet it. But yeah, I'm very early, so I can't really say too much about it. But there is a game that I was asked to join the stream on Tuesday because it was Weef's birthday on Monday, so they've had his birthday stream. So happy birthday, Weefs!
Happy birthday, Weefs.
And she was playing a game called Human Format, which is like a sort of puzzle platform game where the characters are more based like gang beasts. So you're like you're toggling along. You've got you have to reuse your arms and a stick, and you have to pull yourself up places and climb up. Very, very fun co-op, and it was about £6 on Steam at the moment, and it was $5.79 on PSN. There is a difference though to PSN to Steam. Steam around October, Halloween this year, got a multiplayer add-on to it, so you can have up to 8 people joining you for co-op line. I found out earlier tonight that it doesn't have that yet on PS4 because Vicky, who we've talked about the past couple of weeks, we're going through her health issues. She messaged me asking for help because Dougie was streaming it and getting rather pissed off. But then again, he's probably had 15 beers around this time, so he's probably getting frustrated at anything. But so she asked me, how do you set this up for co-op? And I started looking at playing. It's like probably it will come after the tutorial. Nope, it doesn't. So I went onto Steam and then went onto the store and looked, and it said 2-player local co-op only on PS4. Fuck's sake! Why? What is the difference? Why can we not have the patch for this? So be careful if you're going to play it. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's freaking hilarious when you've got something that looks a bit like Whis, but a really freakish Joker face that she designed to give people nightmares. But it's a lot of fun otherwise. So local player, yeah, if you can do it on console until they decide to bring online multiplayer to it. But apart from that, if you want to play multiplayer, which I've suggested Chris and James we should do as a stream over Christmas, if we have it on Steam, even better. Because that way, then we can definitely do it. That's a multi-stream. And all the other stuff, you can look on my Twitch video on demand stuff. If you're subscribed, I have put that behind the subscriber wall now, video on demand stuff, until I transfer it over to the YouTube channel for the Game One Players Out. So if you want to see it there, feel free. But yeah, other than that, I'd have a racing in a bit more Dying Light, Gran Turismo Sport. That's it for me. So James.
Okay. I have something. I will say everything that I've been playing, and then I will unleash what is Top Secret Project December. I played Destiny 2. Nothing more to say about that. I've played the editing game because if you have noticed, all the audio versions of the podcast are now live.
Gasp.
This is weird.
I know,
What
right?
have you done with James? I thought I was the discount person here.
Yeah. No. By the way, thank you to all the people who downloaded it. We have apparently a following in 2 countries that I did not expect this year. To list. So Tig Whippies is number 1, is largest where? United States has the most plays. Who is number 2?
I'm gonna say somewhere in Scandinavia.
No, not even
Fuck.
close.
No, I know this because you told me this, so I can't say it.
It's
Yes.
Japan.
Really? Why?
Don't know. 200. The United States has 280 downloads. Japan and listens. Japan has over 143. Here's the question: what's number 3 on the list?
Argentina.
Germany.
You were close with Germany. It's
Italy.
France.
Fuck.
France is beating out UK on downloads.
That's
UK
crazy.
is number 4 on the list. France is beating England at something.
Wow. The first.
I know.
Well, that's not true. They did pretty good in the 1500s.
True. And the World Cup.
Yeah.
A couple years ago. Like a decade ago. Zidane was still a player then.
Yeah. I don't know what we're talking about.
Soccer.
Actual
It's the
football
guy-
rather than
2 sports
football.
balls we talk about.
It's probably the one sports ball event soccer event you may actually know anything about. It's the soccer player about 10 years ago who headbutted the other guy in the international game and got thrown out.
I think I remember the gifs of that.
Yeah, no, that's Zidane. He was a French player for the international team. And he just headbutted a guy in the chest. It was pretty freaking awesome. Got thrown out of the game for it, but like you do. It's not hockey. So yeah, no, I played the editing game. Got all those pushed out, done. I got Football Manager 18. Yeah, I've started playing it, and I have 2 saves. I have one as Corby Football United, which as Will tell you is
Very, 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 very non-league.
true, but it is the football club that is local to Will's town.
Oh.
They have a state. They're called the Steelmen.
Yep.
Yep.
Because the history of Corby, as it was expanding from about 1936, was because of steelworks that were down here. That a company called Stuart and Lloyd's brought a load of people from Scotland down to work in it. Well, that's why they became the Steelmen.
I have and that one's going okay, but that's just because I actually can't pay the players unless they like. I don't have any professional contracts. The only person who I'm actually paying a salary is also the general manager for the team. He's a player general manager.
Oh,
Yeah,
But when are you streaming this? Because you said you were going to stream it as
I-
you took them to the Premiership.
I have to figure out what I'm doing in the game first because I have another save which is York, which is in the lowest tier of the English football pyramid that's actually professional, and I'm doing really well with that team, like scary good. The problem is I don't know why. Like I'm winning all the games, I'm making a profit, all the players like me, but I don't know why. I'm like, what am I doing that's correct here?
the mystery.
I know. So it's trying to find the numbers, and Football Manager is a very in-depth game, like to the point where like you could put in certain clauses into contracts and stuff. It's about as realistic as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to like I have to basically just spend time with it to get like used to the nuances, so that I can, once I'm ready, we can take Corby up to the Premier League, to the top flight. We only have to go up 7 divisions.
All I know about the Football Manager's games is that there is apparently a Fortune Cup, and I don't know where to watch it, but TG won this year, apparently, and that's all that matters to me.
Yes. Besides from... Let's see, I played that. I played a little bit of Fortnite on PC.
Yeah? Is it a superior game to PUBG?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, in my mind, it is.
It's a lot faster than PUBG.
It is, and that's why.
It also looks
There's
like it has smoother netcode.
There's a new one that's in closed alpha right now that I've seen Shroud play. It's called like Isle of Nines or something like that. But it's yet another one of these types of games that I guess is going to be coming up soon.
Thank you, Michael. So you understand that, like, do you feel after 200 hours of Football Manager that you understand the nuances of the game?
Is it like EU4 where you could spend like 800 hours and still be learning something?
Pretty much. And the other thing too, it's like EU4 that you get so far into a save, and you're like, okay, I want to play this team now.
Yeah. Fucking my Persia game. Not even going to talk about it.
It's like me with Muscovy. Well, I formed Russia. Time to go play Austria. Time to form the HRE back.
That's what I'm trying to do now.
Do you also think that Fortnite is catered to maybe towards so family can play it rather than PUBG feels more like an adult?
The big thing for me with Fortnite over PUBG, and the reason why I think it is vastly superior of a game, is the inventory. When I pick something up, it shows up. I have 5 inventory slots, and I pick up a weapon. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on my keyboard, and then building stuff is F1 through F5. That's it. That's quick. I don't need to go into my inventory, equip a sight, equip a scope, equip that. No, it's just I pick it up, I get it, I use it, boom, done. And that's that. We're like, I know there's that certain thing where like I need to pay attention, I need to look around and stuff, and make sure I'm picking up the right stuff and equipping it. But I played 2 games of PUBG. Guess how I died?
Inventory every single time.
No, because I jumped in the wrong spot and had to spend the entire game fucking running to try and get into the circle. Got in the circle with a quarter health and then just got shot once and died. That's not fun to me.
From somewhere you can't see where it's coming from.
Yeah. Where Fortnite, I felt I actually had a shot. Like if somebody shot at me, because the game is cartoony but bright and vibrant, that like a person stands out against the map, so I can tell, oh, that's the person who's shooting at me. And it also feels like when I shoot a gun, I'm actually going to hit somebody, where like in PUBG, I have to shoot in the area of somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, the netcode is so much cleaner.
Also, Party Bus.
Party Bus?
Party
The
Bus.
Venga Bus. The Venga Bus where you jump from. I don't know. You can also do little dances as well.
Yeah. But yes, that's all the stuff I've actually been playing. I guess now I can change it over and show everybody what I've been working on.
I think that before we do that, we do
Yes.
have talk about the fantasy football league that we're in, because it's down to the final week of the regular season, isn't it?
Yeah, basically, if I
And-
win big, I'm in the playoffs.
Yeah, if you win you've got to win big to get in the playoffs. If I lose, you could be in as well. Because if you win on that and I lose, because you have a better score than I do by quite some margin after last week, then yeah, you're in and I'm not. So it's basically I've got to win.
Yeah, Will has to win.
Good
If Will doesn't win or I win by a lot, Will's screwed.
So,
I have better
so-
point
My
difference.
fantasy football is Blood Bowl. That's all I need.
Blood Bowl is good. I enjoy a good game of Blood Bowl from time to time.
Yes.
All right, are we ready for the reveal of what Top Secret Project December is?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna mute all of us, mainly them, and then I'm gonna mute myself so we can all watch this trailer. And I hope it works, because I just threw it on like 5 minutes ago. Yep. That's Top Secret Project December. I'm
But-
going to do something
but-
I have not done.
But the question is,
Yes.
how many porn mods?
None, because I have to keep it safe
Damn
for work for Twitch. We have something we have to. There's something here that we have to make a decision on, and is the probably the most important decision that we are going to make on the Skyrim gameplay that I'm going to do, because I've never beaten Skyrim.
Me neither, because I got a Resident Sleeper at the end.
Right. So, here's
What is this decision?
the biggest decision is this. Thomas the Tank Engine or Macho Man Randy
Macho Man Randy
Savage.
You didn't even have to finish that sentence! Macho Man Randy Savage!
Has to be Randy Savage.
Okay, so we all know, and we have all decided this, that it has to be Macho Man Randy Savage. Because that is obviously the most important part of this entire game, it being modded to hell.
Now, are
Yes.
you modding it to hell with just dumb things? Or are you modding it to hell with, like, overhauls?
I've overhauled the quest. I've overhauled the quest system, living system, leveling system, crafting system. Basically, because like obviously the modded community has made the game better that way.
Of course.
I've also done the alternate start, which we're going to be using because fucking intro. And we've also done kind of the classic class rework, so you can like go back to Morrowind and kind of choose like a birth sign, which is basically one of the stones. You can choose it as a starting thing.
Yep.
That you can
yeah,
also,
yeah. Like
and
in Oblivion.
yeah, back in Oblivion, and you get to choose like, you know, knight, crusader, assassin, scout, rogue, all that comes back. So certain skills level up, or you start with higher skills than other skills, and you can, you know, we can really tailor the game to what we want it to be. I do know that I will take a few kind of things, but the plan is for this is that I'm going to stream Skyrim this month. I'm going to stream it for 20 streams, which is basically 20 days worth of Skyrim. And I'm going to beat the game, beat the DLC. And by beat the game, I mean beat story quest, do the Empire quest about the war in Skyrim, and then beat all the DLCs, because I have not
Well,
done
the
that
question
yet.
is, who do you side with?
That will be made up. That will be decided for people when we start doing those decisions in game.
Ah.
So you have to watch the streams, and as we are streaming, those decisions will come up, and people in chat at the time will help make that decision.
Will they also influence? Are you going to do everything in the main story, or are you going to do the guilds as well? Or
Yeah, we're gonna do as many of the guilds as we have. Like if I do a full melee build, and we're gonna be like, hey, let's go do the Wizards College, it's gonna be like, yeah, well, we can do that, but we're not gonna be doing it like, let's throw fireballs. It's gonna be like, yeah, let's take my two-handed sword and go murder stuff. And then this is how this game goes. If we beat the game before the end of the month, we're just gonna start adding in gameplay mods that add different quests into it, and just keep playing it until the end of the month, just to extend the life, just to see how bad we can break the motherfucker. If we don't, and I know Will was thinking about this, on New Year's Eve will be basically as long as a stream as I need to do to beat Skyrim into the new year.
Mm-hmm.
That will be catch-up day.
Catch-up.
It'll pretty much, like, if I'm behind or doing something, or if we're on a quest line that we need to finish, we'll start streaming, and if we have to how far it takes us into January 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's top secret project December. Me fucking streaming tons of Skyrim. I also like it because it's a game I can play with the controller, which means I can actually recline back in my chair and stuff, and don't have to mouse and keyboard it if I don't want to.
Right.
So it adds some fun stuff. So that's my plan. I've been modding the shit out of this game. I think I have I'm around 50 mods at this point.
Are there any game-breaking mods?
Tried not to.
So no 40k weapons in Skyrim.
No.
Damn.
That's for when we beat the main story quests. Like,
and then you do whatever the fuck you want.
That's when we get to how fucking ridiculous can we make this? That's like we're actually gonna try and progress at a reasonable pace, and try and do kind of stuff and not get too ADD'd. But at the same time, this is Skyrim.
Yeah,
but I'm glad we all could
Bethesda
decide.
game.
Yeah, Bethesda game. One of the better Bethesda games to come out
All right, I'll give you that. In recent history.
in recent history, and the main reason is because the modding community has made it a
Yes.
better game.
Yes.
I've downloaded.
There's no saving Fallout 4.
I have all of the unofficial patches downloaded for various reasons.
Yes.
Yeah, but there's also no graphical overhauls.
Nice.
So them bitches don't be looking like super sluts. Just everybody looks
Looking like what?
Super sluts.
super sluts.
Oh. Yes.
Like if you look at I've been spending a lot of time on Nexus Mod Manager. It's like number 1 mod Sky UI, which you need to play. You need to play.
Yes.
Number 2 mod Nude Body Mod.
Yeah.
Cause fucking really.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of those that are just body bases, which are really good.
Shit.
No, this is just straight up just.
This is straight up, you get to be naked.
You get to be naked, and then I scrolled through probably 300 mods. I would dare say a quarter of them were nudity related mods.
Nudity or some sort of obscure fetish related.
Oh yeah, no, there's no denying there's a lot, but some of the top rated ones are typically like the body mods.
I like the one which is the sex mod.
Those things that had the really bad sex animation.
Yeah, and the best part is that the description was, really, you need a description.
Really? Really?
Just the shit I had to go through too. This is once again why I'm not fazed by anything on the internet. When I have gone through Nexus Mod Manager and had to look through 4 separate mods declaring the fact that I can make a character depending on how erect their penis was and how big the size of their penis. Yeah.
Wait, you telling me you don't want the mod that fucking makes if you're a female character, makes your breast bigger depending on how much band you have? Because that's the thing.
I know that's a thing.
But Twitch would say no.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I need this not to get as copyright claimed as I think it I like our affiliate status. I would prefer to keep our affiliate status.
It's overrated. Trust me.
Twitch won't ban it.
I mean, I could
itself.
give a shit
It's
about
not
what
an name for it.
YouTube wants. Like, I will play the fucking Star Wars theme with Back to the Future graphics and on top of Super Mario gameplay, just because I want to fuck with copyright and freaking monetization. Because I could give a shit there.
And title it something by Sega. Anything by Sega.
Anything by Sega. You won't believe what this Sega game had us do next. Sonic and Knuckles, what?
And Knuckles.
And Knuckles. Sonic and Knuckles and Knuckles.
That's honestly, that is my favorite meme. Is
And Knuckles.
I was listening to this this podcast. It's called The Mix Six. It's about two guys who basically drink sick beers and talk about nerdy shit. And what they had this thing called the Mix Six mock draft, which is basically they take an arbitrary thing with arbitrary fictional characters and they get them and they kind of draft teams back and forth. And the thing is that what fictional characters would be a couple on a cruise together, right? Just and they're talking like cruise like Floston's Paradise, kind of cruise from The Fifth Element. And by far, which I thought was the best one, or one of the best ones, was they were talking about is like, okay, the guy's like, so these are the two people, this is the couple. It is Sonic the Hedgehog and the two main characters from Supernatural. And the And the reasoning is it is a platonic relationship only. There's no physical, there's nothing physical. It's all about emotional support because the amount of shit that their fandoms have done to them and dragged them through. They need to be on this cruise together for emotional support because only the other person can understand what they've done to you. And they need this time to heal and regroup to get their faculties back under themselves. And I'm like, oh my god, they've really thought about this. like when I'm saying,
oh my god,
I'm agreeing with this.
Speaking of Sonic and Sonic fanbase, did you see? The Sonic Boom cartoon is so self-aware on so many different levels. But there was like one screen cap that I was seeing recently where it's just Sonic talking, just like, oh yeah, he's just one of my fans. Nobody. He just goes, well, then again, he's the only one of my fans that doesn't constantly criticize everything I do. And it's like he knows.
I love it. It's so good.
Has anybody heard about the Arrow Reddit controversy right now?
The Arrow Reddit? No.
Like Arrow, like the TV show on the CW.
Nope.
There apparently has been this ship going on for a long time between like the main character and like one of the back characters, and one of the side characters, and like the hardcore fans, like the regular fans, not liked it, and they basically had a wedding that married the ship couple because it's the CW, so of course they're gonna do everything shippy. I mean, this is the same company that had Smallville run for a long time, so makes sense. So they made the ship a reality basically against all comic lore, all regular lore,
against odds, against everybody's desires,
against the majority of their fans, only sticking to the subset. And so the Reddit community behind Arrow renamed their Reddit the Punisher Reddit, and now they're talking about and supporting Punisher, the Netflix show.
Oh.
It's so good. They've done it before when like they did something else. They like changed it to support another one of the Marvel Marvel CU but it's just so great. Like their entire Reddit now is just about the Punisher. Like all the other posts have been archived that are about Arrow. Anybody who posts about Arrow and ship stuff gets like moderated and blocked, and they're just talking about Punisher right now. I'm like, well, tips to you, community. Tips to you.
Nice. Nice.
Reddit. So who would have thought that Reddit would have been a force for good the last couple of weeks?
Hey, major change, isn't it? But yeah, so we should. It's biggest time. We should give people some shout outs before we go.
Oh yeah.
And I have a couple. Our patron Kimberly, for example, patron saint of Tig Whippy. Thank you so much as ever. And the Miss was very, very nice and decided to give my first $24.99, which is amazing.
I've made a mistake.
So thank you very much, Mrs. Smith. And Chris, you've got one, haven't you, at least?
Yep. So this week I'm going to be giving a shout out to Wayward. That's WEIWARD. For the fantastic assistance in learning Final Fantasy 14, and also because she's a part of the group of friendos that I enjoy, which includes I'm a Samurai and Warfighter and Zero Online spelled with an X. So there's a handful of people. That's my group of people that I'm shouting out.
Cool. Regis, do you have anybody?
I'm probably going to stream Steep a little bit and just kind of relax my channel if you want to come here after that. Other than that, I don't know anybody to really shout out lately.
No worries, I'm James.
No, wait. No, I've been watching him lately, and I need to pull the meme. Shout out to Simple Flips. If you like speed runs and Super Mario 64 hacks, he's pretty funny. He's a bigger streamer, so I don't think he needs a shout out, but fuck it.
Shout out to France for downloading the podcast so much.
Wait, what did the French do now?
They have within
right.
within the last 24 hours have had 73 downloads of the show. It's a weird state that where I am thanking the French for something. Just think about where we've come from and where we're going.
We're becoming inclusive. We're not breaking them up. We're not Brexiting the world with podcasting. We're keeping them together.
I started the show butchering a Scottish accent. And I had made at least one Nazi joke, if not two, during this show.
We're pretty good at those.
I know, we're pretty... it's an easy target, come on. Sorry, and I will say, fascist jokes. I want to be more inclusive when I'm talking about the people who are insane.
So that's pretty much it. Thank you very much, Regis, for coming on.
Yep.
Go enjoy whatever it is that thing you were going to be watching beforehand.
No, I have to go stream because I said I was going to earlier. But I'll finish my Night Mind later. God damn it!
I have to go download the Macho Man Randy Savage mod now. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! And I have to download the Sleep Patch.
Sleep Patch.
Yeah, Sleep Patch.
All right. Well, with that being said, I need at least like a minute or less because I need to find a song that we're gonna be leaving on. Because I don't have these things planned.
That's fine. Keep delay while I get my stream ready.
Delay tactics. We're gonna raid Regis Castus. That's gonna be our raid tonight, people. Hashtag raid Regis Castus. That's what we're gonna do. The music thing we're gonna find
out my stream everywhere.
But yeah, so if you want to see us on YouTube, we are on there as the Game Won't Play Out. So follow us here and also hit the subscribe button to help James do more stuff like this December project. Because the more money flows in, we build this up more. Do a lot more of this. And we're also on Twitter at TGWPIS.
I'm live.
So, I'll catch you next week.
See you, gents, later.
See you later.
I'm floating around in ecstasy, so don't stop.